The North Fayette Valley Tiger Hawks are getting ready for the second round of the playoffs against the Crestwood Cadets. Head coach Justin Heins joining us. And coach, last week you took on Monticello just like the first round last year, but the result more in your favor this year. What got it done last Friday?
Yeah, I was kind of talking to their coach before the game, and he even said it's almost kind of like our teams had switched places from last year. They were really senior laden last year, and we were a little bit younger. And this year we're senior laden; they're a little bit younger, and um, the score was almost a straight flip too. So that was kind of interesting. But didn't block a few run plays like we'd like. Kind of set us in some unfavorable situations, but passing game was working pretty good. I think Declan was like 16 for 20 and 9 or 10 of them to Kale Reister, who had a big night with 3 touchdowns. So um, they were packing in the box and making it hard for us to run. So kind of take what they're giving you. And defensively did a pretty good job, got a couple turnovers, and then they scored late to get their 2 touchdowns.
But they were packing in the box, but you still managed 5.9 yards a carry, 205 yards overall. What allowed your rushing game to flourish like that, even though they were trying to take it away?
Yeah, just doing some different things, different formation wise. We got 50 yards of those on a fake punt that Lincoln was able to take to the house and score a touchdown early on like a 4th and 5 from midfield. So that was a big play for us early on there. But yeah, just kind of sticking to it and figuring out where they're lined up on defense and what we can do. And offensive line's been blocking pretty good, other than a few missed assignments here this last week.
And as you get ready for this round of competition, you had a familiar opponent in round number one. You face a team that you faced only 2 weeks ago. Here in round number two, does that make the preparation a little easier, or does having some things fresh in people's mind, is there any challenges involved in that?
Yeah, I think just scheme wise, you kind of have an idea of what they're doing. Obviously, teams are going to try to do some different stuff, maybe out of similar looks, just to kind of get a couple plays over on you. But I mean, in the end, teams are going to do what they do and what they do best, and you hate to kind of just change stuff to try to make it something you're not. So um, kind of know where they're coming from with them giving the ball to Skoda 40 times, and then they kind of they know what we're all about too. So just meeting 2 weeks ago, so. Um, I'd imagine both teams will be ready to go here, and this a big rematch here.
And what do you take from that matchup 2 weeks ago to help you get ready for this Friday night?
Yeah, right away we had a tough time getting off the field, and um, I think they held the ball for about 8 minutes right away, first drive before we could get our hands on it. And then we had the block punt, so we weren't on offense a whole lot first half. But when we did, we were really efficient. So just knowing they're going to be running the ball a lot, it's going to be a fairly short game. And when we have the ball, we need to be efficient and make sure we're getting points out of it.
And I imagine you did get 5 turnovers in that game, but I'm assuming you're probably not counting on that heading into Friday night.
No, I mean you take any of the turnovers you get when you get them, but the block punt was obviously huge. The pick six was huge. So yeah, you don't count on those, but you hope you can get some of those plays. But definitely not something you count on. I'm sure they're kind of hanging their head on that. Hey, if we don't turn the ball over 5 times, it's going to be a lot closer game. So hopefully we get some, but it's about us protecting the ball and making sure we don't give some to them.
And what makes their running attack so efficient, so tough to battle?
Yeah, just some big guys up front that do a good job getting on you. And Skoda, if he doesn't stop his feet, he's the fastest guy in the field and can take it to the house in a blink of an eye. So you got to get to him and get him stopped and keep sending people after him. There was a play last time we played him where I think he broke like 5 tackles, but luckily we had a guy, kind of waiting right there and staying after him and hitting him and wrapping him up. So he's a tough back, probably the toughest one we've faced all year, and it's going to be a challenge this Friday.
And with a running attack like that, how key is playing team defense, knowing the fact those cutback lanes can be dangerous with a kid like that?
Absolutely. You got to, like I said, you got to get him stopped, and that's the guy at the point of attack doing what he's doing. And then when you can do that, then you need everybody else coming to kind of, fill on the backside and get him tackled. It might not necessarily be that person that gets him pulled up. They're probably not going to make the tackle because they're probably just playing off a block, and and doing their job. So, like you said, team defense is huge, and it's not just one guy, doing everything and think like someone getting like 5 sacks. That's not going to happen against this team. So, like you said, it's a whole team effort and getting this guy stopped.
And looking at the offensive attack that night, you mentioned the pick six and the block punt really maybe skewered the numbers a little bit, but you threw for 151 and you ran it for 169. How key will that balance be coming up in this matchup?
Yeah, that'll be huge. They had trouble covering Reister, so what are they going to do? Are they going to, go out and double him, and that takes another guy out of the box? And but are they going to want to, take that guy out of the box and make it easier for us to run and not double him? So that'll be kind of a cat and mouse game. But like you said, the more balanced we can be, they try to pull a guy out of the box. We got to be able to run the ball, and if so, they're not going to go out there and cover him. We got to be able to pass it, to him and catch it. So little cat
All
and
right.
mouse either way, but definitely stay in balance is key.
All right, Coach, ought to be a fun one this Friday night. Keep your guys healthy. We wish best of luck.
You bet. Thanks.
Justin Heins, head coach of the North Fayette Valley Tiger Hawks, second round matchup against Crestwood Friday night.